Hello YouTube, just want to shoot a 360 of my little Sankey ex British Army MOD trailer that I've converted. Sankey trailer, 3/4 of a ton. It's got a braking system. Let's have a zip round it. Obviously I've got rid of the DPM and painted it blue on the back there. Mounted the spare wheel on the back. You wouldn't believe how much more room there is inside the trailer. You know, all I've done is just put that on heavy lifting, you know, wire sort of thing. Maybe you'd lock a motorcycle or a cycle up with, and put a padlock through it. It's really secure on the back there. Downside is it's reduced the ground clearance quite a lot. So if I was going off-road, I'd take that wheel off and put it on top of the trailer. Standard braking lights on the back. There's a number plate light underneath it. Those props on the back there are legs that fold down so that you can physically stand on the top. The lid is made out of 25mm shuttering ply, so I can put my quad bike on the top there if I want to. Little blue panel that you see just above the right hand light there obscures the number plate. It's just a kind of stealth covert run-in, call it what you will. Let me show you that. Okay, there you go. All that does is it obscures the transfer number plate that I've put on the back of the trailer, you know, for filming, you know, maybe if it's parked anywhere that's a little bit unusual. Wouldn't really want anyone clocking the registration, so that's a magnetic cover that I just made for it. What have I done recently? I've tried to civilianize it a little bit more in that I've put these amber reflectors on the side. You know, I've got 4 of those, 2 on each side, and just to try and make it look a little, you know, a little less like what it is, which is an ex-military trailer. Braking system on the front's pretty funky. You know, it's got this. In the US, you call it a lunette. It's a ring system here in the UK. It's got this hydraulic ram, which is your braking system, which just goes through to a standard kind of lever system, goes underneath the trailer and applies the brakes. Only downside about it is if you want to reverse it, what happens is as soon as you start to reverse, that compresses, and what you've got to do is you've got to stop and fit that latch over the hydraulic ram. Let me just show you how that works. So that's how that collar fits, and now of course the brake can't be applied when you reverse, so it is a bit of a palaver, but really good system. You know, handbrake just to make sure your trailer stays where you put it. The kind of supporting leg at the front here is exactly the same as the 2 on the rear, so like I say, you know, you wouldn't have any trouble at all. You know, putting a tent on it, camping on it, you know, whatever you want. Let's get up there and show you what I'm talking about. You know, so this is me standing on top of it. I'm a pretty big old lump, so like I say, my quad bike fits on top of here, no problems at all. Something else I thought was pretty funky, I put these little levels on the wheel arches. There's one here and there's one on the other side. Okay, there's the other one. Just tells you if your trailer's straight and level when you set it up. What I'm going to do now is just take the top off it, show you sort of very roughly how everything lives in the trailer, and take it from there. Okay, that's how the trailer opens. Both halves of the lid just prop up like that so you can get to everything, and what I've got is 4 of these little white lights that go just magnetic, go on the trailer, you know, just for a bit of light at night. They're just LEDs, magnetic, and pretty much stick them wherever you want them. They're I think they're a great little gadget, you know, for nothing, once in a blue moon. You know, put new batteries in them, good as gold. The other thing I've done is put a couple of LEDs under the lid so that you know, of an evening when you open the thing up, you can see what you're doing. You know, let's put that one on for you. They're pretty useful little lights, and like I say, last thing you want to do is open it up in the middle of the night, you know, and have to search around for a torch. So hopefully I've you know, thought about this little trailer and when and how it's going to be used. Let's get the lid off of it for you. Okay, what you're looking at is on the right, those two black jerry cans, they're water, so 10 gallons of water. Potbelly stove, underneath that is my Coleman's Peak twin petrol burner. Then I've got 10 gallons of diesel. Underneath the other end of my tent, I've got 2 gallons of unleaded. So one of those is 2-stroke for the generator, and the other one is just unleaded petrol for the cooker. There's the 2 little petrol canisters that I was telling you about. The green bag in the middle is just full of pine cones. You remember I was saying probably the best tinder you could lay your hands on, and all I've done there is when I was out and about, picked up a nice little bag full. In they go, tinder. So really that end of the trailer is all kind of fuel, water. Then as we come this way, there's my potbelly stove. I love that stove. Okay, as we come this way, obviously we've got the tent. That M19 ammo box is just full of electrical leads. I've a jack and wheel brace for the trailer, you know, sort of run-of-the-mill spare parts. And down the side there you can see my tools. So I've got a pick, a shovel, a crowbar, sledgehammer, 3-foot winching pin, so I can put a heavy steel spike into the ground very simply to winch the vehicle out if I have to. The grey box under that little trolley is just an admin box, so spare everything. That's where my sharpening stone is. That's where anything for a long-term camp that spares, resupply, you know, I've got hexamine cooker blocks, all that sort of stuff. Anything that's long-term resupply in that box. You know, I've got the gas cylinder you can see there, and the Jenny. In that blue bag, it's just a bag full of the fire bundles that I showed you. But take the lid off this trailer, everything's in it ready to rock and roll. No searching around, you know, to get tinder, to get anything. You know, take the lid off this and you are set. The little kind of table and chairs I showed you is that box with the white disc on it, and underneath that is the big grey box, which is my kitchen larder. So that's the bug out trailer, all packed up, ready to rock and roll.